Week 12 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I looked at off the wire this week. The first guy, Harrison Barnes of the Sacramento Kings. So we know Barnes, it's been an up and down career for him, where some years he's scoring the basketball at a good clip, and some years he's not doing much. This season, definitely the points per game have dropped off, and even the rebound to 1.5 boards a game has gone down. So on the year, 11.4 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.8 threes, and 48% from the field here for Harrison Barnes. But Barnes, we know he's a good role guy, good veteran for this Sacramento team, good locker room guy as well. In the last couple games, he's starting to get things going a little bit. January 3rd versus the Magic, 17 points, 3 rebounds, and assist, steal, 4 threes, 55% from the field. January 5th versus the Raptors, 16 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 5 threes, 41% from the field. Then January 7th versus the Pelicans, 10 points, a rebound, 2 steals, 2 threes, 44% from the field. So Harrison Barnes, when that 3-ball is going, obviously his scoring's been pretty decent, and we know he's been a solidified guy with this King team for many seasons, and he's still playing 25, 35 minutes a game is Harrison Barnes. Like I said, he's not going to be a great player like he was going back to his Golden State Warrior days, but still a solid player. He can help fantasy owners in a couple categories, and right now, while he's out there in a decent amount of leagues at 67%, I would give him an ad. This week, the next head's Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels, it's been a decent season for him with Minnesota once again this year. 10.8 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 1.1 threes, and 53% from the field. To McDaniels, he gives you a little bit of everything, stealing the basketball, scoring, not at a great rate, but he still could score 10, 12 points per game and give you a 3-point shooting and a good field goal percentage. So right now, available in 51% of fantasy leagues. Here's Jaden McDaniels. The last few games from January 1st at the Knicks, 8 points, a board, a steal, a block, a 3, 25% from the field. January 3rd versus the Pelicans, 11 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, a 3, 50% from the field. Then January 5th at the Rockets, 16 points, 3 boards, a steal in that one, 2 3, 70% from the field. So Jaden McDaniels, I know he's more of a deeper league type of 12, 14 team league type of player, but like I said, he could give you some 3-point shooting. He could score the basketball at an okay clip at times, is Jaden McDaniels, and even stealing the basketball he's been pretty good. So right now, while he's out there in 51% of fantasy leagues and he plays a good role with this Timberwolf team, I would give him an ad this week. The next ad's Lucas Dort of the OKC Thunder. So Dort right now available in 66% of fantasy league, and we know Dort, his field goal percentage really has been good throughout his career. He's been a streaky player, but this season he's actually bumped up that percentage 7% from last year. 11.2 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.8 threes a game, and 45% from the field here for Dort. So Dort still playing that 25, 30-minute range for this young OKC Thunder team. And we know this Thunder team, they got some great players, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but Dort's still going out there getting opportunities and playing pretty decent, where defense is obviously rolling coverage towards those players, and he's getting some open threes in the corner and one-on-one coverage, even opening zones at times. January 2nd versus Boston, 9 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 3 blocks, a 3, 28% from the field. January 3rd at the Hawks, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 threes, 42% from the field. Then January 5th at the Nets, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 threes, 62% from the field. So if you need some 3-point shooting, guy could steal the basketball pretty decently as well, and even assists 3-4 a game. He's getting them most times as Luke gets Dort. I think he's a good ad this week for fantasy owners. I know he's a streaky player, but he definitely can help in 3 or 4 categories. The next ad's Josh Hart of the New York Knicks. So Josh Hart last season, he was a great trade for the Knicks to get him from the Portland Trail Blazers, and obviously reunited with teammate in college, Jalen Brunson, and these guys, and even DiVincenzo, a former Villanova Wildcat as well. 3 guys from those championship teams back together, and Josh Hart once again playing good basketball, where he does a little bit of everything on the season. 7.5 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 45% from the field. So Josh Hart, we know he's a gritty player, one of the best rebounding wings in the league here is Josh Hart, and we've seen it over the last few weeks here. January 3rd versus the Bulls, 3 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, to 3, 20% from the field. January 5th at the 76ers, 10 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, 57% from the field. In January 6th, at the Wizards, 9 points, 4 boards, and assists to 3, 37% from the field. So with Emmanuel quickly gone in that OG Anunoby deal to the Toronto Raptors, pretty much Josh Hart's taking over the six-man role for this New York Knicks team, and he knows his role. He's a hustle player, like I said, good rebounder as a wing, can hit that three ball, 1.5, 2 threes per game, and I think he can help fantasy owners this hard. I know the scoring hasn't been all that great, but other categories is where he could help. Available right now, 55% of fantasy leagues. And the fifth and final forward I looked at off the wire this week, Georges Niang of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So right now, with obviously Evan Mobley out and Darius gone, when they need guys to step up, is this Cavalier team. And Niang right now available in 97% of fantasy leagues, but he can hit the three ball, and he's a pretty decent rebounder as well. So on the season, 8.4 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.6 threes, and 41% from the field. But the last couple weeks since the playing time's gone up, injury to Mobley, like I mentioned, 11 points a game, 4.6 boards, 1.4 assists, 2.2 threes, and 48% from the field. So Niang, like I said, three-point shooter. He's going to help in, and a decent rebounder as well. January 3rd versus the Wizards, 15 points, 8 boards and assists, 3 threes, 45% from the field. January 5th again versus the Wizards, 14 points, 9 boards and assists, 4 threes, 55% from the field. And January 7th versus the Spurs in that one, 11 points, 4 boards, an assist, a block, 3 threes, 57% from the field. So right now he's shooting the three ball at a great clip, is Georges Niang. And obviously when you got Donovan Mitchell on this roster here, Caris LeVert still going, and Jared Allen having a great year, Niang's still going to get those good looks in the corner, top of the key. And right now he's playing good basketball, filling in for Mobley and other injuries. So available 97% of fantasy leagues. That's a few forwards I looked at off the wire for week 12 of the fantasy basketball season.